Welcome to Just Espresso, where we taste espresso for you. This is one of the long things where we'll discuss the 3 espressos that we did shorts on just a moment ago. Yeah, man, what's your favorite?
You know, my analysis of this espresso is that the Kenyas are my favorite. I love Kenya's espresso, no matter who makes it, how old it is. You know, as long as you prepare it properly, I think that they can have a lot of cool fruity notes, sweetness, but they're not as pungent or juicy as an Ethiopian or Rwandan, you know, in comparison.
Okay. I don't feel like that way about Kenyans as much.
But it is a hit or a miss.
I like Kenyans a lot. I just don't feel that they always taste good no matter what. I like this one the most. This one was nice and sweet. I feel like it didn't actually bring out much character to it. I feel like that, like you were saying, like that. What'd you put down there for your thing?
Like kind of dry mineral white wine, grapefruit.
White wine, grapefruit. Like the white wine maybe, but the grapefruit I didn't really get. I guess you could say that because I was saying tangerine with cherry, but I feel like it wasn't as bright as an acidic grapefruit that I've gotten from so many other coffees, including Kenyans. Despite the fact there was a Kenyan. But I liked it because I like the lighter roasts in general. This one was I just wrote down cherry and tangerine for that one. This one was the ceremony, which is like, it says creamsicle, peach, and bright. There's acidity there. Like there's acidity and it's a lot of sweetness there I found. But there was also that low end that I got. You were saying it was graham cracker.
Right.
I actually felt like it went on the burnt side. Actually, I feel like this went on the burnt side more than the Allegro. Ceremony went. Ceremony was by Biscoff cookie and and dark chocolate, but like a little bit of burnt smoke with smoke. I felt like it was all there. This is a blend. It doesn't say what. It says between light and dark roast. So it's right in the middle. It's called the Espresso Destroyer. It was cool. It's complex. I think it's a nice blend.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was nice. You know, I've heard of this company before. I was just in a Whole Foods and I found it there, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. Ceremony, they're a really good company. I think I saw them at coffee competitions last time I went. And I think, I like the message they have. You know, back the packaging says coffee should be something special, which for us it certainly is.
No, I don't think coffee should be special.
Well, damn you, all right?
I don't like using the word should.
It should be. And I just like the look of it, but you know, at the same time, like, you know, if you're
I don't get creamsicle at all, man.
Yeah, but it's from like another state or something. Where is this from? Annapolis, Michigan, or Minnesota? What's MD?
Maryland.
Maryland. So it's from a whole different world.
It's real close, actually.
Totally different world.
Because we're in Philadelphia. Yeah, no creamsicle. I didn't get creamsicle. I didn't get peach at all, or bright. Oh no, I do get the bright. I feel like the spectrum of like the low end and the high end. I wonder if they blended post roast. No, it's the same. It's pretty darkly roasted, but the acidity comes through beautifully, nicely. It gives a complexity. If you want to make traditional, actually, I would say if you want to make traditional espresso, this is going to give you some complexity. It's not as nutty. And not as like middle vibe as like a lot of things. Actually, even this probably gives you more of a middle vibe. That sweetness is just like the middle sweetness is there. But this it's got some complexity and kind of interesting, particularly if you like that little roastiness, aka that smokiness that I got at the end. And then we got our friend Allegro, small batch whole bean coffee that says, what are the tasting notes again? Oh yeah, blackberry currant, blackberry citrus. I'm sorry, it doesn't say blackberry. It says black currant, blackberry, and citrus. What'd you bring?
I did. You know, my tasting notes were walnut, prunes, and like roastiness. I didn't actually get any citrus per se.
The black currant, which is kind of like those are like the cranberry, but like not quite cranberry, but not quite raisins. Like I think they could be like more like your prune thing.
They're similar to prune.
Has a little bit more of the acidity to it. Yeah, I got dark chocolate, smoke, and cherry with blueberry. The blueberry, the currant, that kind of makes sense. Blackberry citrus. Blueberry, blackberry, maybe. It's really light though. It's mostly like, I got mostly dark chocolate and smoke and then like a little bit of cherry with the maybe.
Yeah, but I could definitely see someone. This is just like early, you get up in the morning, you pull a shot. This is solid. It's a solid shot of espresso. I mean, let me just what it is. There's a nice mouthfeel. There's bitterness, and sometimes with an espresso, you just want that punch in the face. This will do it.
There are people that want that, and let's say
but it tastes good.
Some people want like the classic Sicilian Italian espressos I've heard are like.
Oh, but this is too light for those.
So these are certainly too light for that. But like they love that bitterness, which is why they always put the sugar in it. I'm kind of all about like going the other direction where you don't have to put any sugar in it. It's always interesting to me when I serve people a coffee and they're like, "Oh, it doesn't need anything." It's like, yes, that's the way I think it should be. But
I'll use the word should, Dave. 10 points off.
That's the way I prefer it.
But definitely, I think one of the things you can take away from this as well is that some espressos, if you want to drink them straight, cool, but maybe they're better off mixed into something like a nice vodka. But some of these coffees, a lot of the coffees we try to make, espressos, we try to drink them straight, and it should be. Hopefully, it's so good that you don't need to add anything, and then if you do add something to it, that's just a bonus.
I don't like the bonus. I think you should. I prefer going at it without anything added and getting the coffees that you want without it. I think this works if you like that smokiness, if you like that brashness in the morning or whatever you want it. You like that brash, like this is and it's not like crazy bitter or anything. So it's drinkable. Like I've tasted some espressos that are pretty popular actually that are just like, wow, that's terrible.
This would be great with an affogato. You get a nice
everything is good with an affogato.
I don't know. I wouldn't like.
It doesn't matter. You would. If it was balanced properly, you would. I could totally make the Kenya, put it on ice cream, and make you go, "Oh, this is really good."
Maybe, but I don't know.
So, maybe not. We all have different tastes, of course. Obviously, we have different tastes. I think all of these coffees would taste good on affogato. That's my theory. Nevertheless, this will still work if you just drink it straight, but it's going to be more that like going in that traditional Italian style. It says light roast, but it's really a medium dark roast. Relative to the spectrum of the third wave coffee, relative to the other coffees we mostly show on this channel, and the one that you see is that we really, really like what was the tailor-made one, or the La Cabra. This is like crazy dark. It's like not even comparable in lightness. This says light roast on it, and we would just say that's not true relative to that. However, we also see a lot of darker coffees than this too. So it's totally understandable if it's a relative thing to their other coffees. It's a tough one to deal with. Anyway, this video's gone pretty long. I like this one the most. This one I think is pretty cool if you're looking to get like if you already get traditional espressos and you want something a little more interesting. And this one is if you like that traditional like charred kick with some extra fun in there, get that one. Anything else?
Yeah, I have nothing to add. I totally agree. This has been Just Espresso. That's Dave and I'm Rob. We make espresso.
We taste it
for you. Maybe we'll make it for you one day too. Cheers.
Cheers.